My friends and neighbors, we've talked about what amazing things God has done to bring us to this point, and how the developer is holding the door open for us to have a permanent worship space. Now I want you to hear what we have to do. In short, we must trust God and act in accordance with His specific call to us. We must build on faith. Bob is a very accomplished developer who did not develop. He defended and donated for this vision. He held the baton and run 3/4 of the race for us, but now he's handed us the baton to finish this last lap. This is our work. There are many examples in the Bible of walking through open doors. All of these required faith that God would follow through on His promises. The vision we have been given is to be the church that completes the master plan of Habersham. We are to be a church that loves our neighbors as ourselves. We are to be a blessing here and to Burton and to Brays Island and to Kenya. We have seen breadcrumbs of the kind of ministry that God will do in and through us, but we're really just getting started with what God is calling us to do. For example, our current children's discipleship model is to count the children at the start of the service and hope we have the same number at the end without losing any in the marsh. We need to press on in this next season. Finishing this sanctuary will give us the tools we need to raise our children to know and to love the Lord Jesus, as we promised to do at their baptism, among so many other things. So what must we do? What is our part? We must raise the rest of the money we need to construct this building by September of 2023. Therefore, we need to have a clear picture of where we stand by this coming June. Our faithful folks have already pledged up to 1.4 million of our 3.5 goal. The goal number will give us enough for construction of the sanctuary and outfitting it for worship. We're asking our congregation to commit the remaining 2.1 so that we can get moving on this construction. Does that seem like a lot to you? Honestly, it does to me too. And while the first 3 laps of the race are critical, the last one is often the most challenging. When you get to that lap, you feel like you're ready to quit, to stop and walk, but you don't. You know what your job is, and it's simply this: we must finish the race. The baton has been handed to us. This last lap is ours, so let's go. The timeline we're on is fair. The goal is attainable. Our diocese is supportive and cheering us on, and St. Helena's has blessed us tremendously to this point, but they have their own capital needs and projects to address and their own vision to follow. Without their vision to continually raise up worshiping communities, we would not be here today. This building will require great faith from us. We would not be where we are unless God was in this work, and the developer holding the door open for us so that we must walk through. From now until June, I plan to sit down with every person in our congregation to discern how God is calling them to participate. And so I'm so excited to have a front row seat for the wonderful work of God in and through this group of people that He has called to this amazing opportunity. I hope you can see just how exciting it is for us to build on faith.